Your dog is not waiting for a birthday. They are not waiting for a special occasion or a day you decide to be intentional. They are waiting right now in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday for something most owners never realize they are withholding. Not food, not toys, not even walks. Something older than all of it, something that goes back 15,000 years to the very beginning of what your dog is and what they were built to feel with you. Welcome to our channel. Subscribe right now, because what you are about to hear is not a training guide. It is not a list of commands or corrections. It is a portrait of your dog's emotional world and the 6 acts of love they are hoping, with everything they have, that you will choose to give them, not once, for life. We are starting with the one that happens before you are even fully awake, and it is the one that shapes everything that follows. 1. Being the first thing you reach for in the morning. Before the phone, before the coffee, before the mental checklist of everything the day needs from you, before any of it, your dog. This sounds too simple to matter. That is exactly why most people skip past it. Your dog's nervous system does not experience time the way yours does. While you were asleep, their entire world was on pause. You are not one part of their life. You are the organizing center of it, the anchor their brain returns to. And the moment you wake up, before you have said a word, your dog is already reading you, the direction of your attention, whether you are present or already somewhere else. A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs who receive consistent morning social interaction from their owners show measurably lower baseline cortisol levels throughout the day, lower stress, calmer behavior, a more settled nervous system, all from something that takes 30 seconds. Find their eyes, say their name with warmth, let them greet you the way they want to greet you. Give that moment entirely to them. Because your dog waited while you were unconscious. Their whole world was suspended. And when you acknowledge them first, before the coffee, before the phone, before anything else, their brain registers something no treat and no toy can replicate. It registers, I matter here. And a dog who is certain they matter is a fundamentally different animal than a dog who is not sure. Keep watching, because that difference will become very clear by the time we reach Act 6. 2. Letting them read the world at their own pace. How many times have you felt the leash go taut and said, "Come on, let's go," without even registering that you did it? How many times has your dog stopped at a patch of grass and you pulled them away because you had somewhere to be? How many times have you come home from a walk feeling like you gave your dog something, when from their perspective the entire experience was a series of interrupted sentences? A dog's nose contains between 200 and 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have about 6 million. The region of the brain dedicated to analyzing scent is proportionally 40 times larger in a dog than in a human. Smell is not one sense among several for your dog. It is the sense through which reality is constructed. When your dog stops and sniffs for 45 seconds, they are not stalling. They are reading. Every animal that passed through that space, how long ago, whether they were stressed or healthy, all of it is embedded in the scent information on that surface. Every smell is a paragraph. Every lamppost is a chapter. And every time you pull them away, you are slamming the book shut before the sentence ends. A landmark study found that dogs allowed extended self-directed sniffing during walks showed significantly higher markers of optimism in subsequent behavioral assessments compared to dogs who walk the same distance without sniffing freely. Not just lower stress, optimism. The way your dog is allowed to use their nose affects how they see the world. 20 minutes of genuine, unhurried sniffing does more for your dog's mental health than an hour of physical exercise alone. When you stop pulling and start following, your dog begins to understand that being with you means their needs are real. That understanding is the currency every other act on this list is built on. 3. talking to them like they are listening, because they are. Do you narrate your life to your dog? Greet them when you come home with actual words? Say their name just because you feel like it? If you do, you are doing something far more neurologically significant than you realize. If you do not, start today. In 2022, researchers using neuroimaging technology examined how dogs process their owner's voice. What they found was remarkable. Dogs do not just recognize their owner's voice as a familiar sound. They process the emotional tone of that voice in the same neural hemisphere humans use to process emotionally meaningful communication. Your dog's brain has developed a dedicated system for reading how you speak to them, not just what you say, what your voice is carrying underneath the words. When owners used a warm, slightly elevated tone, dogs showed immediate physiological relaxation. Heart rate dropped, muscular tension released, eyes softened. When the same owner spoke in a flat, distracted tone, the dog's nervous system stayed on alert. Not because the words were different, because the warmth was gone. Your voice is one of the most direct regulatory tools your dog will ever have access to. Every time you speak to them with genuine warmth, you are reaching into their nervous system and telling it everything is safe. I am here. No supplement, no calming product can do what your voice does when it carries real warmth. Your dog has known the difference between your real voice and your distracted one since the first day they heard you. The question is whether you will be consistent enough with the real one that they can count on it. 4. Playing with them like the outcome actually matters. When was the last time you genuinely played with your dog? Not throwing something while you checked your messages, not holding a toy in their general direction. The last time you were fully in it, present, moving, making the game feel real. Every dog, regardless of breed or size, carries biological drives that are not negotiable. The prey drive, the chase drive, the satisfaction of the catch. These are not personality quirks. They are neurological imperatives, and when those imperatives are never genuinely engaged, the energy does not dissolve. It accumulates in your furniture, in compulsive behaviors, in a dog who is technically fine and quietly miserable. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that dogs with chronically insufficient interactive play showed significantly elevated rates of separation anxiety, aggression, and compulsive behavior. These are not difficult dogs. They are unfulfilled dogs, and that can be changed. Real play means you move. You make the toy unpredictable. You let the game build. You let your dog win sometimes, feel the real satisfaction of the catch. Then you build a cool down at the end, letting their nervous system return from the arousal of the game before the interaction ends. That sequence, the build, the chase, the catch, the release, is not entertainment to your dog. It is the ritual through which they confirm who they are. And when you are the one on the other end of that game, fully present, your dog does not just see playtime. They see the person who understands what they are actually made of. That is a different category of bond than anything passive affection can build. 5. Protecting their rest like it is sacred. Because it is. Does your dog have a place? A specific, owner-respected place that belongs entirely to them, not a crate you closed them into when they were young. A place they chose, a place they return to, a place where nothing is asked of them and no one expects anything from them. Dogs are social animals, but they are also animals with a deep neurological need for genuine withdrawal. The ability to move away from stimulation and enter a state of true rest is not a preference. It is a biological requirement. Research published in the journal Animals found that dogs provided with a dedicated retreat space their owners actively respected showed significantly lower markers of chronic stress compared to dogs in homes where no such space existed. And the critical word in that finding is respected. The space only works if the humans in the house understand that when the dog goes there, they are not to be disturbed, not called back, not followed, not reached for, however affectionately, not until they choose to return on their own terms. This is where most owners go wrong without meaning to. They give the dog a bed in the corner and call them off it 60 seconds later. They reach down the moment the dog lies down because it feels like an invitation, and every single one of those interruptions delivers the same lesson. There is no place in this home where I am truly safe to stop. A dog who cannot genuinely rest cannot genuinely recover. A dog who cannot recover accumulates stress. And accumulated stress surfaces in ways that look like behavior problems but are actually a need that has never been met. Give them a place. Let them discover it on their own terms. And when they go there, honor it completely. Act 6 is the one we have been building toward since the beginning. 6. Staying when they choose you. You know the moment. You are sitting somewhere in the evening and your dog crosses the room with that particular deliberateness. They come to you slowly, with intention. They circle once and press their body against yours, or drape themselves across your legs. Your arm goes numb. Whatever you were watching becomes impossible to follow. You cannot reach anything useful, and you do not move. This is the act of love that holds all the others inside it. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any living creature can enter. When an animal moves toward unconsciousness, their defenses come down entirely. In the wild, a dog would not sleep pressed against another creature unless something deep in their biology had concluded beyond all doubt that this creature would not harm them while they were helpless. When your dog chooses to fall asleep touching you, that choice is not casual. It is the conclusion of an ongoing assessment that has been running since the first day they knew you. And the conclusion is the highest, one their nervous system is capable of reaching. This is the safest place I know. They are not just being comfortable, they are making a declaration. Out of every surface and corner available to them in the entire world, they have chosen you. And the way you respond either honors that declaration or quietly erodes it. Every time you stay, every time you absorb the discomfort and the inconvenience and just let them sleep, you are answering with a declaration of your own. I see what you gave me, and I will not take it for granted. Think back through everything we covered. The morning when you reached for them first and told their nervous system the day was safe. The walk, when you followed their nose and the optimism that built quietly in their brain as a result. Your voice, the warmth you chose to put into it every time you said their name. The play, fully present, honoring the parts of them that go back thousands of years. The space you gave them where nothing was expected and their nervous system was finally allowed to rest. Every one of those things was a deposit, not into something tracked by memory or language, but into something your dog carries in their body, in the way their breathing changes when you walk into a room, in the direction they orient when the world feels uncertain, in the deliberate, unhurried way they cross the room at the end of the day and choose where to rest. When they press their body against yours and close their eyes, that is every deposit returning to you at once. That is trust made physical. That is the whole relationship arriving together in the weight of them against you and the sound of their breathing going slow. You will not be able to look at that moment the same way again, and you should not, because it was never just a dog falling asleep on you. It was the answer to a question they have been asking since the first day they knew you. Am I safe here? Am I loved here? Do I matter here? Every act on this list is how you answer yes. If this changed something in the way you see your dog, share it with one person whose dog deserves to be understood this way. Subscribe to our channel. We are here every week for the animal who chose to spend their one life with you. They deserve to be understood, and now, so do you.